Peace and love, family. You already know what it is. You already know who it is. You know why we're here. So let's get right into it, y'all. Hey, man, I'm a little upset, man. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm in the process of trying to relocate, and you know, we live in this microwave world where we all want instant gratification. We want it now. You know, we want that now stuff. And, you know, a lot of us, we don't respect the process that we have to go through in order to get the progress we want. We want progress, but we don't respect process. You know, we want to take a shortcut to destiny. And then when we get to where we wind up being, we don't have the leg strength to stand in the place that we're at because we didn't put the necessary strength, the leg work that it takes in to get there. And then we wonder why we fall when we get into position. I find that a lot in today's church, especially in the black church, where we're so quick to promote people in church to fill a void. You know, we don't have nobody doing baked goods, so we quick to put somebody in baked goods, and that don't even mean that might not even be their calling. We just see a void, so we just fill the void. And then, you know, we get people who, you know, they want to be the minister of music, but don't want to respect the process that it takes in order to become the minister of music. You know, same thing with life. You know, we all want to just blow up. You know, I talk about it a lot. You know, I've said it before, and if you haven't seen any of my earlier videos, please search and watch. In my community where I grew up, they used to have a saying called the 8 ball in a dream, where, you know, everybody used to think that if I had an 8 ball, my life could change. 3.5 grams could change my life, and there ain't no looking back from there. And I'm sure some of you probably come from the same background that I've come from, so you understand what I'm talking about when I talk about the 8 ball in a dream. So, you know, again, never respecting process, never respecting the necessary steps that we have to take in order to get to position. We all just want to go up. The Bible says it like this: the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man who built his house upon sand. And when the winds came and the storms blew, the house fell, and mighty was the fall. Then it says the kingdom of heaven is like a man who dug down deep and found rock and built his house upon that rock. And when the storms came and the winds blew, the house stood strong. So, you know, what I get out of that is, you know, we all just want to blow up. We all just want to go up. But we all don't, nobody wants to respect the process that we have to do in order to find foundation, which is go down first. How many of us are willing to dig down deep? You know, put the necessary work in to find foundation, so that when we do blow up, we have foundation to stand on. That way, then when we are in position, we don't fall. We have the leg strength to stand in position because we went through the necessary processes that it took in order to get the progress we wanted. You know, and that's where the respect comes in. Too many of us, we don't respect that process. So therefore, when the progress happens, it's not, you know, what we want. Excuse me, I had to roll the windows up. They're doing some work around here. Beautiful neighborhood I'm in right now. I'm down in North Carolina right now, guys. I'm actually looking to relocate here. Right now, I'm living up in Massachusetts, by way of New York. Actually, I used to live here in North Carolina before. So, man, when we talk about process, here I am back, to this position, and I just have to respect that. I didn't go through what I necessarily needed to go through in order to get to where I needed to be. So I have to respect everything that I'm going through, because there's a place that I know life has for me. And when I get there, I want to stand strong. I want to stand tall. I've owned my own business more than one time. I've been up, I've been down, I've been on the blessed side of business, I've been on the unblessed side of business, and each time it was always about my process to get there. And every time I took shortcuts, every time I tried to get over or get by, it always blew up in my face. It never ended up well for me. Every time I thought, oh, here's my break. I get a break, I get a break here, but it never ever pans out to being a break. It always costs me more in the end, So I'm saying that to say this. Respect what we go through. Respect why we go through the things that we go through. You got to ask yourself, you got to go through your why progressions. I have a progression of whys when things are happening. What am I going through? Why am I going through? Why am I going through the things that I'm going through? Why am I going through it? Why do I want to change it? If I need to change it, sometimes, I just need to accept the things that I'm going through, not always needing to change it. The growth is in what I'm going through, and not necessarily, and I may stunt my growth by trying to change the trajectory of where I'm going, or not going through the things that I'm going through. So I had to go through my progressions. Why? Why am I going through what I'm going through? Why do I deem it to be important, and why do I think I need to change it? So when I get my whys out of the way, then I can move forward. It never, never ceases to amaze me how once my why progressions I go through, how that situation seems to dissipate immediately. Whatever I was going through seems to dissipate immediately as soon as I challenge it with my whys. Again, I encourage you to embrace the necessary changes that you're going through, because remember, some change is necessary. It doesn't always feel good, but is necessary in order to grow. How can you get to the next place in life if you don't grow? Growing isn't always easy either. Growing isn't always painless. When it's painful to grow. As we're growing, there's change happening. We're like them oak trees out there, man. Trees out there. You never, if I could stand there forever, man, and never notice the leaves changing, but they're changing all the time. I may never see the tree growing, but that tree grows every day. And we're like that tree. So respect your growth. Respect the things that you're going through. And then other people have to respect your growth. You know, we don't all grow at the same rate of speed. You know, and you can't be mad that you're growing at an accelerated rate than someone else does. Because maybe it's necessary for them to grow at the rate that they're growing in order for them to grasp what they're grasping. Because if they grew at the rate that you grew, some things would pass right by them, or they wouldn't get it, couldn't hold on to it. So respect other people's growth and respect the step that they're on when you meet them. You know what I'm saying? Respect people's position and where they're at. And if people are okay at where they're at, you can't push them to be more than what they want to be. Yeah, we want everybody to, want it like we want it, but it's not for everybody. So you have to respect other people's growth or lack thereof. Not everybody wants to be conscious. Not everybody wants to be awoke. Some people are okay with taking the red pill and staying asleep. But again, I'm here for change. Conscious change that we can make applicable in our lives today. I'm here for that kind of change. I want radical change that I can implement today. Things that I can take and change the trajectory of my life today. So these are the concept of our conversation. Now, I began the conversation by saying I was a little upset because I was having a lot of things to discuss about. On my way here to North Carolina, my pastor brought me, and my pastor kind of got into this little debate, argument. I normally don't talk religion too much to my pastor. I allow him to speak into my life. I don't usually challenge him. And because of the conversation, I just begin to reflect. And as the conversation went on, it just didn't go in the place that I would have wanted it to go in. So with that being said, I'm saying that, when I said that, we have to respect where everybody is at and where everybody's step is, and not everybody wants to be awoke. You can't force people to be as conscious as you are. You can't do that. That's not fair to other people. And it's not fair as an individual. If I'm an individual, you have to allow me to have individual thoughts that are my own. And you can't put me in a prison, my mind in a prison. And that's what religion does. Religion puts our mind in a prison, and it says I can't think outside of the box, because the moment I show an individual thought, I can be deemed as a heretic or demonic if I don't go with the norm of the everyday thought process when it comes to religion. And we got to remember, that's the reason why Jesus came here, to stop the religious heretics. So I'm just saying that to say this: allow people to grow at their own rate of growth, and allow people to be at where they want to be. If someone chooses to stand on one foot, man, and spin around and worship God, then by means, you got to allow them to do it. And because we have freedom, Jesus came to give us freedom. And in that freedom, I should be able to do that. I should have the freedom to say that I can worship Allah. I should have the freedom to say that I can worship Buddha and not be demonized or looked down upon. I believe the Spirit of God reigns supreme in all walks of life. And I'm just so glad that I serve a God that is timeless, that is endless. He's peopleless. He holds no boundaries. He holds no people at no specific time. You know, he's just an ever-moving force of energy. And I'm attached to that. And it just depends on the individual if that energy is going to be good or bad energy. The individual controls the energy. The energy doesn't control the individual. And if I take that same energy and I control it for bad, then it'll be bad. And if I take that same energy and control it and use it for good, and that energy will be good. And I think that's what Jesus came to teach us. And he came to, take the chains off religion. But today's Christian is the new Pharisees. Christianity today is the Pharisees of today. They pick and choose what things we still hold on to, what we don't hold on to, what laws we still practice, what laws we don't practice. You talk to somebody about sacrifice, they say, oh, no, we ain't got to do that no more, but you still got to tithe. We ain't got to do this, but you still got to do that. Make sure you tithe. Man, I think, the church should be the richest organization in the world. They get paid. People invest in the church every Sunday. Every Sunday, the churches all over the world get paid. Some of them even have services during the week. And then people are putting into churches, throughout the week, And I think if the churches got together as an organization, a business, they should be able to really do an impact to help the people. And we should be not have to tithe no more. They should be able to take care of the whole world. Church is the biggest business out there. And they collect money every week. They get paid every week. So remember, folks, if you hear anything that resonates with you, any truths that you can make applicable, please like, share the video, give me a thumbs up. It's absolutely free to thumbs up the video, guys, or thumbs down. Let me know if the content is valuable or if I need to change it up. Let YouTube know that they need to circulate this valuable content, because this is me working for you. I'm out here working for you, the people. So, again, wake up, folks. Wake up and live life out loud with purpose.